Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. Today, I'm looking at Davante Adams and the Green Bay Packers and reacting to Davante Adams after he tweeted, in quote, "Gotta appreciate what you got while you got it." This could be, we're overthinking it, but I think it's enough of a statement for us to at least talk about and see if this has underlying hints, of course, referring to Aaron Rodgers. But before getting to that topic, question for those of you viewing, I want to hear from you guys and your opinions. Do you think Aaron Rodgers will be traded, or do you think he'll be a Green Bay Packer next year, or do you think he'll retire? Whatever your thoughts are, comment down below what you think will happen with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, because I honestly don't know. My opinion is mixed, but getting into this tweet, again, gotta appreciate what you got while you got it, said by Davante Adams after he tweeted it. I think it has a clear underlying message, or we could be blowing it out of proportion or overthinking it, but like I said, it's at least worth talking about. I think we should at least speculate it. If Davante Adams is tweeting this, the number one receiver in the NFL, the number one guy in the Green Bay Packers, I don't want to say the face of the Green Bay Packers, but you take away Davante Adams from the Green Bay Packers and they're a shell of what they are, even with Aaron Rodgers. Davante Adams is a face of the league, a face of the Packers, and has a huge presence on that team. And when he has a message to say, or when he has anything to say, it's going to have a big reflection and a big impact on his team and the NFL. To me, him saying we have to appreciate what we have while we got it kind of shows he's got to look back and appreciate the time he did have with Aaron Rodgers, the competitiveness they did have, the games they did win, the fun they did have, the records they did almost set, the competition they did set the bar for, rather than, question it, just be negative Nancy and look at the future and think about, oh, we won't play again together. We were going to go for a Super Bowl this year. We were going to set records. We were going to do this. We were going to do that. We were going to win this, blah, 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 blah. Instead of speculating and just hoping for the best and worrying about what you could have, you have to look back and appreciate what you did have. And that might kind of show that Aaron Rodgers is on his way out. Davante Adams knows something that we don't. That's not good news by any means for the Green Bay Packers if this is true and it does come into fruition, because I don't think the Packers are super set on Jordan Love, because if they were set on long term, they might be set on Jordan Love, but today I don't think they're set on Jordan Love, and I don't think they think he is ready. Or else, if he was ready today, we could have seen Aaron Rodgers already been dealt and traded by now, because if they were super set on Jordan Love and didn't need Rodgers, he would be gone. But with the GM and with the coach already saying they can't fathom having the Packers without Aaron Rodgers, they're not moving off of him. They want him to be the quarterback of the future. It does show that I don't think they're ready to move on to Jordan Love just yet, but when it comes to a player that I think is probably personally closer to Aaron Rodgers, I would guess Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams have a closer relationship than Aaron Rodgers and the GM, who he's made it very clear he's not fond of. And Matt LaFleur, I'm not sure if Rodgers dislikes LaFleur, but I do think they have some weird tension based off of the NFC Championship game, with Rodgers saying it wasn't his choice to kick the field goal. It's just some weird energy, weird tension, weird awkwardness in the Green Bay Packers locker room and management and front office between Rodgers and the team. But I do think the one relationship that isn't hindered is Rodgers and his players that he likes. Davante Adams, they have a great connection. They're probably the best quarterback wide receiver duo in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers, maybe Aaron Jones, maybe Robert Tonyan, the players that he throws to and relies on. I trust that relationship over what the front office says. And with Davante Adams kind of saying, like I said, we have to appreciate the time we did have together, it means we won't have any other time together, and that's not good news, like I said, for the Packers. I'm not sure. I think the GM, the front office, set on Aaron Rodgers, either you're playing for us or you're not playing at all. We're not trading for you. And Aaron Rodgers has the same mentality. Look, you may say that I'm not playing for you, so you can either trade me and get something in return, or I'm not playing for you and you get nothing in return. Both have their, arguments, have their sides, have their perspectives, have their reasons. It's tough. If I'm the Packers, I obviously don't want to get rid of Aaron Rodgers, but if he's not going to play no matter what, I might as well trade him and get something out of him. And he's got a hefty price being the reigning MVP. Packers, they might not want to move off of Rodgers, but I'd rather move off of him and, like I said, get a hefty haul, trade for the farm, rather than just not have him all. I understand you could make one more or a couple more Super Bowl runs if you guys were on good terms, but since you're not, you have to get over it. You have to accept it and move past it and trade him. He's already rumored. There's already been rumors, trade targets, Broncos, Raiders, 49ers. I think 49ers are kind of out of it now that they've already drafted Trey Lance and the draft is over. But the Raiders and Broncos are still on that list. Broncos, I don't know why they haven't made a move. There's been rumors Deshaun Watson wants to go to the Broncos. There's been rumors Aaron Rodgers wants to go to the Broncos. Justin Fields in the draft was available when the Broncos were on the clock, yet they pretty much passed on all three of those options and said, nah, we're good. We got Drew Lock. I don't understand that logic, but it is what it is. Aaron Rodgers, I'd like to see him on the Broncos because that division would be insane. But still, this changes a lot of things for Davante Adams' future as well. He's obviously not going to have the great numbers. He's not going to have as many touchdowns. This Packers team won't even be in contention, in my opinion, unless Jordan Love comes out and just lights it up like Aaron Rodgers did when Brett Favre wasn't playing. So it could be a similar situation. I doubt it, but anything is possible. I think if Aaron Rodgers isn't playing for the Packers this year, Davante Adams being a free agent in the following year, I think we could see him 100% walk and him go to a gunslinging quarterback. I've already made a video on it before, but Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers would definitely welcome Davante Adams because they'll have a good amount of cap space in the following season, and Davante Adams will be a free agent in the following season. And Davante Adams has already tweeted before. He's very vocal in his tweets. If him and Keenan Allen, the Chargers receiver, ever play together, they would go for 300 yards a game. So clearly he's got a good relationship with Allen, and he wants to probably go to a team he could compete with again. And the Chargers on the come up. I wouldn't be surprised if Davante Adams goes there. I'm getting really speculative now. I mean, Aaron Rodgers tomorrow could re-sign and everything goes back to normal. But just saying, if we're considering and being speculative at the topic, we might as well think outside of the box and see how far this thing could go. And it doesn't have to be the Chargers. But I think if the Aaron Rodgers doesn't play and isn't with the Packers, I think in the following year, Davante Adams will leave and play elsewhere, whether it be, like I said, the Chargers or, any other team. I don't know, the Seahawks, the Bills, it doesn't matter. Any other team. I do just see him walking and not being with the Packers if Aaron Rodgers is in the Packers. Of course, he'll finish out this year, but in the following year, I think he'll hit that free agent market and change elsewhere unless all of a sudden the Packers are offering $30 million a year for a receiver. Adams is going to be due for 2025 because, like I said, he's the number one receiver in the NFL. But unless the Packers are even willing to pay more than that to keep him, then he might reconsider. But it's not looking good. Aaron told multiple teammates he doesn't want to come back. He said he just kind of just been public. He doesn't want to come back. He just doesn't want to return to the team. He hasn't officially, requested a trade or demanded a trade, but it's pretty obvious that there is some tension there, and he's not going to be there anymore with the Packers. GM and front office and coaching staff say elsewise, but like I said, I'm going to trust the close relationship between the players over the front office. They're probably just trying to save their ass and make things look good to the media. I don't know. We're getting speculative here, but to me, signs aren't looking good for the Packers and Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams' short-term future. Long-term, I think it'll get figured out. Rodgers will either be happy and retire playing Jeopardy or on a new team competing for a possible Super Bowl. Davante Adams will get a check and be on a new team competing. And the Packers will have a haul of draft picks and draft capital and players from the Aaron Rodgers trade. Long term, I think it'll work out, but right now, things are weird, things are tensed, and I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. But either way, I'm excited to see how it's finished. It's been a crazy offseason. Matt Stafford, Carson Wentz trades, Deshaun Watson. It's been crazy to see it. I'm excited for more. But as always, guys, I want to hear from you. What do you think will happen with the Packers and Aaron Rodgers? Is he going to get traded? Is he going to get released? Is he going to retire? Is he going to stay? What's going to happen? I want to hear your opinions. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. 2-Minute Warning.